Hi, and welcome back, everybody. In your show, Connected Brains, I'm looking to help you out with your crypto journey. This is somewhere where I, your host, Saurabh Bhatia, bring to you the best of what we have in crypto and get you started with things, right? Hopefully, you enjoyed the last episode we did with me and Aryan, covering, 5 things you need to know before you get started in crypto. It's an interesting journey for everybody. Most people are asking the question around, how do I get started? What do I do? What's so interesting about it? And hopefully I'm able to bring together what I know and share it with everybody. Just a quick disclaimer: I'm not an investment advisor. This is not investment advice. This is just me in a room here, I guess, in Singapore, trying to bring to you something which is interesting, something that you guys can learn from, and more a sharing platform. Before you buy anything, do your own research, figure out what makes sense for you personally, and then go from there. Okay, so what are we looking to cover today? So today's topic is really 5 steps on how to get you started in crypto. I've been receiving a lot of feedback on people asking me questions on what I should do, how could I get started. The last video is quite interesting, and I think today's video is really around how to get you started, right? So really, the first question that most people have on their mind is, what is it, or where is it that I could buy from? Now, there are different ways to buy crypto. You could actually buy it from an exchange, which is like a exchange or a company like Binance, like Coinbase, like Gemini. Traditionally for stock, you would go to your brokerage company like Interactive Broker or Robinhood or some of the other players. Depending on which part of the world you live in, there are different players offering crypto in different constructs. I think for this video, given it's a very early starter video, I'll focus the initial discussion on leveraging an exchange to buy your crypto. Again, you could use PayPal, but it's not available everywhere. You could use Robinhood, but again, some of those things are not available everywhere. Most people currently are still buying crypto from an exchange, such as Coinbase, Gemini. But let's just get into the next phase of what is it that you want to do when you look at this, right? So I think the next piece of it is really about figuring out what exchange to go after, and where do you open your account. Now, exchanges are quite interesting. They basically have differences across the number of coins that they have, that they offer, or allow you to buy. Some of the exchanges also have different fees that they charge. This is an article from a Singapore based community called Seedly, and they have looked at and compared different options and looked at which one you could go for. Again, when you choose an exchange, be extremely careful of which exchange you choose. If you don't go for a big name or a big exchange, you run the chance that it's a small player, not really sure of whether they run away with your money or do something, right? Ideally, I would think large financial institutions like banks should also be offering this over time. Currently, that's not easily the case. So you have various players, but the big exchanges, just based on the size of the company right now, are Coinbase, Gemini. You have Binance. Binance has some issues with regulators and things in the press, but they're quite big. Again, do your own research before you choose an exchange that you want to do stuff with. The next question really is, how do I put my money in to buy crypto, right? Like, opening the account is step one. So you've got your account opened up. Now, each of these exchanges will offer you different choices of how you can put your money in and buy that, right? So some offer you the choice of having a credit card, and you could use your credit card or debit card to buy small amounts of it. Some offer you the ability, if you're in a country, to use, like in Singapore, you can use Pay Now or some other mechanism to transfer it. Some of them need you to do like a Swift transfer, just like you're doing an international remittance from your country to the US or somewhere else. Again, currently, I mean, I'm hoping people are watching this video globally. It will depend on which country you are in. So, for example, a country like India may have restrictions on what type of crypto you could buy, or whether you can't buy it. So you'll have to do a little more research around, your provider. Specifically in Singapore, if you choose a provider like Gemini, they have some local connectivity. Coinbase has certain local connectivity as well. So you want to choose a provider for your country that allows you to easily use either your credit card or debit card, or make a payment from within, your country's payment network, and buy the crypto. So I guess once you've opened an account, you've found out how to put in some amounts of money, so that you can buy this crypto, whether it's Bitcoin or Ethereum or anything else that you're looking to buy. The next question really is, what should I buy, right? And that's a question which comes up a lot. And I think an interesting way to look at it is, let's go back to this screen, and if I can get this to work. Okay, so here is a site called Coin Market Cap. It actually talks about all the big cryptocurrencies. It has a list, a name. It has the price that they're currently trading at. It has the market cap. So if you sort on market cap, you'd see the biggest cryptocurrency right now in the market, um, as of August 2021, is Bitcoin. This could change over time, but the next big one is Ethereum. So as you start, if you're new to buying cryptocurrencies, don't go and buy really small projects which nobody has heard of. Yes, you'll hear of a lot of people saying, this one will become 100x, 10x, 20x. But if you're new to this, start off with something extremely simple, extremely easy to understand, and has a large size and community behind it. Now, this is again not advice to say you should go out and buy Bitcoin. This is not an advice to say when you should buy it. But a few things that you should look at or understand is, what's happening to the price of that item. So in this case, you can see Bitcoin right now is at around $49,000. It's gone down about 2.5% over the last 24 hours, but it's up 7% over the last 7 days, right? Now, again, there is more to deciding which coin to buy. If you ideally have an opportunity to work with a financial advisor who can help you with these things, you'd want to spend time with them. But this is a good starting list of some of the coins and the currencies that are out there. Now, if you've now come back to this and said, I've opened an account on an exchange, I've put money into it, I've identified which currency I want to buy. Eventually that currency, once you purchase it, sits on the exchange. Now, are those the only options you have for keeping your currency? Eventually, over time, you could keep your currency in the exchange, but there are other options to actually store that currency in a physical hardware wallet. Now, this is not something I'd advise you to start doing the minute you get into crypto, because there are still complexities around how do you manage the wallet, how do you move money from the exchange to the wallet. But as you grow your investments and your money, and start putting more and more into crypto, you should try and understand what are the options. In the long run, you don't want to leave all of your holdings and all of your money on the exchange, just because there is a possibility that it could get hacked or something else could go wrong. You want to think through those blocks. But again, if you're starting off early and new into this process, it's fine to leave it on the exchange to start off with. Again, my pro tip or advice to people when they're getting into this, right? Take your time. There's no rush. This market isn't, yes, there's a lot of FOMO to say, if I don't buy it now, I'll miss out on an opportunity of a lifetime. Everything is going up. But you want to take your time. You want to do your research. You want to figure out which exchange to open your account with. You want to figure out which coin that you buy. And once you figure out which coin you buy, take your time to start investing slowly. If you have an opportunity to speak to an investment advisor, somebody who understands your personal situation, agree with him or understand from him how much money you can afford to put into it, and start slowly putting in small amounts of money as you go into it, right? Again, this was just an intro video for people who don't know how to get started. Unfortunately, crypto is still a little harder to start your investing journey on. It's not the same as just opening up a stock account and buying stock. Not yet. I think there are a lot of smart people out there who are working on making that happen over time. So it'll take some time. Hopefully, you find these tips useful. I intend to keep these videos going. I intend to also have stuff on my newsletters to help people understand the space a little more. One of the other things that I've launched is all of these videos that you see as podcasts will also be available on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcast. So hopefully, if you don't want to get stuck on just YouTube, you can actually listen to them on those podcasts. If there's any feedback or comments that you have about this video, please do share it below. It would really help me if you subscribe to these videos, like these videos, share these videos, and if you want, you could follow me on Twitter. Your feedback would be appreciated. I'm looking forward to making more of these videos, and I can share more information with you. Hopefully, you enjoy this. Thank you.